This is Rocher here from RealDigitalSuccess.com, and I'd like to welcome you to my new video series called Constant Commissions. And in this video series, I'm going to give tips, tricks, and hacks that can help you along your affiliate marketing journey. These can have something to do with getting more traffic, getting your conversion rate up, and all kinds of things in between. But the subject for today is link building in 2020, because for most people out there, they have all the content they need about how to build links. That's out there. So you could go to, I don't know, backlinko.com or Neil Patel or it's websites like that, and you can find all these tricks about resource page link building or a broken page link building or guest posting. All that stuff is out there. So I'm not going to repeat that. What I'm going to discuss today is what makes these things work. Because a lot of people have tried these techniques, but they failed. And that's basically because of one thing. The people that you are emailing for these opportunities, they don't really know you. So they basically just see you as this generic blogger, or worse in affiliate marketer cases, like this owner of this random affiliate marketing website that's really generic and doesn't set itself apart from others. And they think you're just there to lead some value. So the most important thing to make a backlink strategy work is they need to know that you provide value, and the best way to do that is learning how to stand out and getting people to know about you. So right now I have this note thing here because this I've just admitted this video thing, this YouTube thing, it's not my thing. I stumble too much on my words, so I'm keeping a note here just to make sure I'm not missing anything and everything goes on smoothly. So the first thing that you should do when you're trying to build links to your website is put yourself in the shoes of the people you want to link to. You need to have their perspective to actually get them to respond to your request. Because as I said, a lot of these people that you are emailing, at least the big fish, so the people with the domain authority around like the 40s, 50s, 60s, and higher, they get hundreds of emails per day. So most of the time, they're not even going to look at most of these emails, or they're just going to flat out ignore them. And yeah, it's cool to maybe email like hundreds of websites a day and hope that one responds. But yeah, in that it would be smarter to optimize that conversion rate by just working on getting people to open up your emails and reading them and giving you a chance by learning how to stand out. So today I have a few things that you should take into account and that maybe would help you with getting them to respond, so they'll give you a chance to give them value in exchange for a link. So the first thing you need to realize, as I said, is they're getting thousands of emails from random bloggers that are really generic and that just don't offer a lot of value. And basically, websites represent their image. So they can't just link to every random blogger that has a bit of generic content on it, because that's what their readers are going to see, and that's not good for their brand. So the first thing you should have is quality content, and that's like a given. If you don't have quality content that doesn't set itself apart from all the other content that's online, you're not going to stand a chance when it comes to link building. Then the second thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to build your brand. And that doesn't have to be your personal brand. You don't have to have your face in front of the camera or on your website or anything. But people have to know about you, or you need some social proof that shows the people that you are emailing at that you are the real deal. And you do that by having social proof. So the first thing I would advise you to do, that instead of having like a random main page with just a blog roll, which isn't really a necessity, but I would advise you to get a actual homepage, because when well, period here. Yeah, I'm back. The reason I would advise you to create a homepage is because if the people you're emailing don't know you and you have a link to your blog page, it's probably going to be to the main page. So you have to make sure that the main page looks good and basically stands out. Between all those random blogging pages that just have the blog roll and that's it. So I would advise you to have a have a main page that is set up to convert people and is set up to give some social proof. Yeah, and one of the great ways to do that is by placing some testimonials on your website and some stuff that gives social proof. So, for example, my work has been featured on like Social Animal. That's basically this content marketing tool that's now trying to rival BuzzSumo. It's Golden Bloggers. It's this basically this website that gives tips about blogging, but it also has like this huge Facebook page that is helping a lot of bloggers right now. Then I have articlebase.com, which is like this website that's basically number one in curating content and all that kind of stuff. So have a few logos and everything and stuff to let people know that you are legit about your stuff. Then the second thing I would do is put on some testimonials from some people that you have worked with or they know you. So they can see that you've actually helped some people and that you are serious about that stuff. So these are basically two things that make you stand out between people that just have a blog roll and that's it. Then the second thing that you should do when you email them, make sure you have a email signature to give to give your emails a professional look. It just makes you seem like somebody that's take this thing serious and not somebody that's making mediocre posts and that kind of stuff. All these little things make you stand out, and even though they're not like the super vital things that will help you with getting more people to respond individually, but these little things add up to persuading people just to give you another chance. So have an email signature that just makes your stuff look professional. Then another thing that you should focus on is the value that you give. As I said, a lot of bloggers out there are just emailing like, "Hey, I like your content. It really spoke out to me because of this in this email," to show that they actually read the content or that kind of stuff. And then they say something like, "Oh, I have this content right here. It's kind of in the same niche. Maybe you should, if you're interested, take a look at it. Maybe you can link to it." And this is basically a standard email that everybody sends. So they get thousands of emails exactly like this one. And the funny thing is, if you're emailing a website with a domain authority of like 60, 70, or 80, and you're a beginning affiliate marketer, and your domain authority is at 0 or 5 or 6 or 10 or something, uh, just just letting them link to your content isn't really actually uh, giving value unless your content is of real quality. And then, and even then, uh, they need to click on the link to see what kind of quality your content is, which means you're asking them to spend time looking through your content. So you're asking more things of them than you're giving. So I always advise with these kinds of things to give a little bit extra in exchange for that opportunity to link. So, for example, something that you can do is have an email list with a lot of subscribers, and say that you would feature them in that email list, so they get people, so they get more leads that they can add to their own email list and that kind of stuff. If you do that, you're actually giving something. So you're asking a lot of stuff, but you're still giving something in return for it. I'm not saying this is an equivalent exchange, because obviously that link uh, is going to mean a lot more to you than that email list is going to mean to them. But these little things help you, or helps helps them in giving you a chance to click on the link and see what kind of quality content you have. The second thing I would advise you to do is go all in on another medium. So that could be YouTube or a podcast or that kind of stuff. Because one, it shows that you are serious about this and that you plan on growing. So that link that they have might become more valuable in the future, because it's kind of like real estate. Sometimes you have to invest in lower quality websites because you know that they are going to grow. If you can show that you are going to grow, that's really powerful in persuading people to give you a chance. But also, if you have a YouTube channel or a podcast or any other channel on which you are promoting your website, you can offer them a feature or something like that. In that case, that's another extra thing that you can give to them in return for asking them for their time to read your content and to place that link. So basically, it's all about trying to give more in exchange for asking for the time to look at your stuff. And the moment they have invested in looking at that stuff, it's all about having the quality content that they can link to. And yeah, that's basically it. So give more than you should ask. If you do that at first, then all the other techniques as guest posting and looking for broken links on websites and going to resource pages and having them add you to those resource page are going to open up more opportunities for you to get more links. But yeah, that's all I want to say for today. But the most important thing in this is before you go into this, to invest in your content, because that's going to be the final step in them linking to you. So the content that you are creating is the most important. But after that, it's giving more than you ask for, which in this case is time to read your content so that they can link to it. So, yeah, that's all for today and this episode of Constant Commission. I hope this was of value of you, for you, and I hope to see you the next time. Peace.